Who's leaving Coronation Street in 2022? And who is returning to the cobbles? The soap has said goodbye to some big names already this year, killing off Imran Habeeb and waving goodbye to Emma Brooker. But we've welcomed returning faces in the shape of Spider Nugent and Wendy, Flamin, Crozier, some new ones too. There's a lot of changes coming up to the cast of Coronation Street 2022. Who's leaving Coronation Street in 2022? After 3 dramatic years, it's been reported Millie Gibson has quit Corrie as Kelly Nealon. According to The Sun, fan favorite Millie, 18, will depart from the cobbles in the autumn. This comes as ITV revealed Kelly would play a prominent role in Corrie's autumn storylines as she begins to grow suspicious of Gary, who, of course, killed her loan shark dad, Rick, back in 2019. A source told The Sun, Millie's a huge talent. She has loved her time on the soap, but there's a lot of excitement about what she's going to do next. Everyone has been sworn to secrecy over her exit storyline. Despite the secrecy surrounding her departure, speculation is rife Kelly will be killed off, at the hands of Gary himself. Toya Battersby? On bail for murdering Imran, the case against Toya is looking pretty solid. Although neither Coronation Street nor actress Georgia Taylor, who plays Toya, has suggested Toya is departing, we're not sure how she's going to get out of this one. Will she end up with a stint behind bars? Does this mean Toya's exit from the street? Who's joining Coronation Street in 2022? Lawrence Reeves. Robert Shaw Cameron has joined the cast as Sean Tully's latest love interest, Lawrence Reeves. After meeting at a funeral last week, Lawrence and Sean have tracked each other down and enjoyed a first date. Unlucky in love, Sean is still stinging following his last relationship with bully Frank. The experience caused him to cancel his date with Lawrence so as to focus on his son, Dylan. However, it was Dylan who changed his dad's mind when he ordered Sean to go on the date. A suited and booted Sean turned up and he and Lawrence got on famously. So is it love at last for the Rovers barman? Or will this guy turn out to be a bad egg just like all the rest? Griff. Game of Thrones star Michael Condren is playing Griff, an activist friend of Spider. He arrives on screen on Monday, August 15th and introduces himself to Toya. But Spider soon tells Toya that Griff is a loose cannon and she should stay away. But she's desperate to get involved in more of Griff's protests. Is he going to cause more trouble for Toya? Michael played night watchman Bowen Marsh in the HBO hit. Bridget Woodrow. Stu's daughter Bridget, played by Beth Weiss, has already appeared on the cobbles briefly when Stu tracked her down. Bridget wants nothing to do with her father. However, with Stu's secret out, some fans have predicted Bridget was responsible for death of Stu's lover. They are convinced Bridget murdered Charlie and Stu covered it up. With this potential secret, plus rumors of a granddaughter, it looks like we'll definitely see Bridget again before too long. Actress Beth has also appeared in Holby City and Doctors. Who's returning to Coronation Street in 2022? Harvey Gaskell. Actor Will Meller has filmed scenes as Killer Harvey Gaskell which are set to air later this year. Viewers know drugs lord Harvey terrorized Leanne Battersby for months last year after her son Simon got groomed into his gang. His reign of terror came to an end in the Super Soap week when he escaped prison and shot Natasha Blakeman in a case of mistaken identity. Harvey was carted off back inside, but is set to be in new scenes coming up. It hasn't been revealed yet how Harvey will return, but the Metro reports that hints will be seen on screen in the coming weeks. Could Harvey escape prison again? Rosie and Sophie Webster? Both Rosie and Sophie Webster are much missed, not just by their mum, Sally, but also by the viewers. But are they returning? Helen Flanagan, who plays Rosie, left the couples in 2018 to have her second child. She has not returned, at the time citing the fact her fiancé, Scott Sinclair, lived and worked in Glasgow and it was too far to commute. But footballer Scott has since signed for Preston North End, which is much closer to where Corrie is filmed. However, a source told The Sun last year that it's up in the air as to whether she will ever return. She is said to want to focus on her children. Meanwhile, Brooke Vincent, who plays Sophie, left in October 2019 to have her first child, Max. She then gave birth to her second son, Monroe, in May 2021. In an interview on Vicky Pattисon's podcast The Secret 2, in March 2022, Brooke said she wasn't able to commit to Corey. "The boys need me at the minute, and I haven't got the commitment in me to say to Corey, let me come back." Corey was very, and is very full on when you're busy, and it makes me laugh because I know everyone has kids, but I'm like, I've got kids so I can't come at that time. I've got kids. But the door isn't closed on either character, so never say never. Read more, complete Coronation Street cast list 2022, meet them all here. Coronation Street usually airs on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV. Leave us a comment on. This article was last updated in September 2022 to reflect the ongoing cast changes in Coronation Street.